Hi, I'm Mark Bunting, the Computer Man. Welcome back to the show and welcome back to the Loft. Well, you know, each and every week we try to bring you the latest and the greatest in the world of computer hardware, software, and technologies, and this week is no exception. However, we are going to take a slight detour away from the serious matters and take a look at some hot new games. Now, if you're into some of the hot new computer animated games, you're going to love this week's show. In fact, we're going to take a look at the granddaddy of all games, Doom. In the spirit of Doom and the blow-em-up games, we're also going to take a look at some of the other games that are out there that have been inspired by this new arcade technology. And if you want to take some of those 3D games with you, stick around to check out our portable, yes, I said portable, CD-ROM drive. Then we're going to show you how some new software is actually taking travel reservations right to the desktop. In addition, we're going to take a look at graphics accelerators and see what they can do to soup up your computer. In particular, we're going to be looking at a new release from the folks at Diamond that are guaranteed to really turbo boost your graphics performance. We've got some interesting new peripheral technology that's going to range for everyone from the road warrior, game freaks, and just about everybody in between. And of course, you asked for it, you got it. More hot websites. We've got a few we're going to show you, some cool new places for you to visit on the World Wide Web. All of this and a whole lot more on this edition of The Computer Man. Now, as you may know, Doom is the best-selling action arcade, computer-animated shoot-'em-up game of all time. What you may not know is that Doom comes from a company called id Software in Mesquite, Texas, and we're going to see what drives the guys behind the runaway hit.
What is id Software? We're a very small, very devoted group of gaming enthusiasts who are blessed with the talent to develop games. The rules of our games are usually simple. If it moves, kill it. We save on paper for manuals that way. We then went on and developed Doom, which, of course, is sort of taken on a life of its own.
Basically, Doom is purely instinctual. It's a good 3D engine, but it's more than that because people for the last 2 years have taken the same technology and improved on it, made better graphics and all this feature and that, but nobody can quite hit on that magic that Doom had. And what it is the fact that, like I said, it's 12 guys here and all we do is play games. Our games are based solely on fun, being able to sit down and so you and I, without reading a 30-page manual, can sit down and just start shooting them up and have a great time. And also we added in the first multiplayer aspects for death matching, which has become a national sport now. We just had a World Championship death matching up in Microsoft a few weeks ago. And what that is when several people link up their computers on a network or via modem or whatever and pretty much take the monsters out of Doom and run around and blow each other away. It's a real fun, therapeutic way to play death tag. And the talent that these people have amassed for doing this kind of thing is amazing. And so 2 years later, these guys naturally are creating the new game Quake, purely with multiplayer in mind. We're looking to put tons of players in there so you can actually have team things going on, capture the flag, deathmatch, whatever you want to do. And naturally, we think that Quake will be much better in that aspect because A, the technology's improved, and B, we really know what we're doing now.
The internet is quickly becoming the best place to find out everything you could possibly imagine about your favorite games. Doom, for instance, has a site where at the stroke of a key you can find out what's new in the world of Doom or find the secret codes to help you pass the more difficult parts of the game. Along with secrets to the old games, you can download demos of new games that aren't even on the market yet.
Now, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but before we do, don't forget, www.bunting.com is the hottest website going. And if you want the most comprehensive source anywhere on the internet for computer product information, check it out. And if you got a good story idea, I'd love to hear from you too. Well, as you can tell from the last story, Doom is without question the hottest action arcade game out there on the market. It's so hot, in fact, that it spurned many different knockoff games or similar type action games. So I thought we'd take a look at some.
This is a game from George Lucas's LucasArts, and what you might like about this is that it's based on the movie Star Wars, so automatically you're familiar with plot and characters. Fade to Black is another Doom-type game with a 3D engine. This game has more plot than a lot of the Doom-type games, which makes it fun. It's definitely not for the squeamish, with several cutscenes that show your character expiring in ways we don't really want to show here. For those of you hungry for action and adventure, but looking for a different backdrop than space, check out the awesome Full Throttle.
You know what might look better on your nose?
What?
The bar. Now don't mess around with me.
Terminal Velocity. This is a nice one with, like the rest of them, a 3D engine, so it looks great and you can do wild things like 360s. It's also like the rest of these games in that it stars yourself. And once again, believe it or not, you are the last hope for planet Earth. If you like Doom, you'll probably also like Descent. Descent is another really popular 3D first-person game. This one takes place in the future as well. Here's a website for fans of the first person, Doom-type games you've seen here on the show today. It's called Computer Gaming World. This is an online version of the magazine with comprehensive coverage of most of these types of games. There are features where you can read about all the latest news and upcoming games. There are reviews of all the latest games that come complete with screenshots and versions of games that haven't even been released yet. There's a library where you can see old reviews, tips and tricks, even saved games. Also, there's a Question of the Month forum. Or check out the Gamer's Edge section. This is where you can get the lowdown on tips and tricks and walkthroughs of games if you're having a hard time getting started.
No one can stop me, but they try.
Now, Barry, you guys have got the F-15 Strike Fighter series. You've got like 4 different sticks for whatever level of expertise you've got, if you're into flight sim or fighter sim. But specifically, you've got this F-15 Talon. Tell me about that.
The Strike Fighter series consists of 4 different sticks, the Talon being the most popular. What the Talon does and offers other than other sticks is that it's fully programmable. You can program up to 48 commands on this stick. The way you program this is extremely simple, and that's what makes it very popular. Instead of reading this huge, thick manual, you have a keyboard, you have keyboard commands, you press the key on the keyboard, you press a button on the Talon, and it transfers.
Oh, that's great.
It's really, really simple. You can get the stick up and running in less than 5 minutes. You can program the stick on the fly, which, well, all that means is that if you're inside of a game and you're playing the game and you want to change one of the commands, you don't have to get out of the game. You can just go ahead and change it right while you're playing the game. You're right back into it. For the beginner to the expert, really, it gives you everything you need very quickly and at a very affordable price.
Now there goes some boys I could ride with.
Now, Tom, this is called the Neophile. And it's kind of like a personal digital assistant, but it's really a whole lot more. I mean, I've got an address book and a calendar and all these things, but a business card scanner that actually reads the information on my business cards and puts it right into my database or contact management program?
How many of us travel all over the place? We collect tons and tons of business cards. And what we do is we get them back to the office, we try to put them in some kind of book or alphabetical order, and no matter what we do, we goof it up one way or another. Right. What we decided to do was make a product that you could scan these cards right into the memory, get it into a small handheld device, and with as much ease as possible, take the information, process it, alphabetize it, and create a database that you can bring the information back and then retrieve them. Real simple and easy.
What are some of the other things that I can do with the NeoFile aside from scanning business cards?
There's a lot more. We have a reservation book so you can keep track of your airline and hotel schedule. Also an appointment book which correlates directly to your calendar. You make an appointment, it comes up on a reminder screen when you first turn the unit on. We also have a multifunction calculator and a world clock which also lets you know times in 2 different areas of the world. The calculator does multiple functions besides the normal functions of a calculator such as loan amortization. The object was to make the unit as practical and daily function as possible.
Well, speaking of practical, I don't think there's anything more practical than the amount of time I'll save using the NeoFile just to get that contact management information off those business cards and into my unit. Imagine being able to talk to people across town or across the country face to face right through the screen of your PC.
First Security is $1 billion savings alone. We have 1,000 employees. We do business in 49 states. We specifically do business just in residential mortgages. We don't concentrate in commercial loans.
The mortgage business has to change with everything else. We are working in a much faster pace setting nowadays, and with automated underwriting systems and technologies such as the ProShare and the video conferencing, that enables us to be able to do that.
With the automatic underwriting system, which we've incorporated into this ProShare use, we can now approve most loans within 20 to 25 minutes, sometimes within 15 minutes.
There's a lot more to communication than just sharing words. There's a lot to body language, there's a lot to intent, there's a lot to how you say something.
Looking at the borrower as they see their loan is approved and the enthusiasm on the screen, which you can visually see, and we can share with that here in Detroit with customers in Seattle or Arizona or Florida, in any state. We can see that enthusiasm here.
Well, it's pretty simple. Basically what we have is we have a phone here, and we would simply make a phone call in a phone book as you would any other phone book. You'd ring somebody up, and who I'm going to go ahead and call is I'm going to call Rita. Hi, Rita.
How are you?
In general terms, what you're looking at is the mortgage information as it's applicable to your application.
We've eliminated most of the paperwork. We've eliminated almost all of the uncertainty.
With increased mortgage volume and lower interest rates, combined with technology, First Security's business has grown dramatically, and we forecast it will continue to grow as a direct result of the technology we're using.
Now that they have seen that the system does work, and the enthusiasm that the buyers have and the enthusiasm that the realtors have with the whole system, it has just compounded our volume and made it so much more so that we are constantly on a daily basis doing more and more loans every single day.
Now, the cost of that ProShare business really requires for most people that they use it in a business setting. It's not inexpensive, and ISDN lines are not readily available. You'll find them in about 60% of the country. Now, I actually happen to have that system hooked up at my home, but for most home users, it may be a little expensive at around $2,000 a setup. But again, whether you're working in business or if you're thinking about using it at home, I think you can see there's pretty far-reaching applications for desktop video conferencing and cool things to come. If you're like most other people, you probably have tapes just like these, capturing some of the best moments of your life, holidays, vacations, etc. And when you watch those videos, you probably spend a lot of time fast-forwarding looking for the best parts. Well, what you need is Video Director Home, an innovative software product that lets you trim out that unwanted footage quickly and easily to turn your videotapes into truly wonderful memories. All you need is the camcorder, VCR, and the PC you already own, even a 386. No additional hardware is required. Now, the graphical interface makes Video Director Home very easy to use. All you do is choose the shots you want, drag and drop them into the right order, and press Make Tape. It's literally that easy. Video Director Home compiles the tape for you automatically. And once the tape is done, you can also print great-looking labels and tables of contents for your various tapes. So if you're looking for a way to have the tapes your family and friends really deserve, and all for under $50, check out Video Director Home from Gold Disc. You know, if you're like me and you're carrying a portable or notebook computer on the road, there's a real good chance that on occasions you're giving multimedia presentations using your notebook. Or maybe you're downloading a graphic file from the internet. Well, you know, the problem with both of these functions is the fact that you need a lot of room for storage. Now, to date, your options have been pretty limited. You can either use up your precious hard drive space, or you can get one of those external drives. Well, there's a wonderful new product out from the folks at Fujitsu. It's called the Dynamo Portable. And the Dynamo Portable is actually a replacement to the floppy disk drive on your PowerBook 5300 and 190 series. Now, what this drive does is it's an internal bay that accepts these cartridges, 230 megabytes on one rewritable disk. And at $20, you're talking about a wonderful, wonderful value. Imagine being able to store an entire multimedia presentation, or again, downloading those very large graphic files. Now, this is 160 times the amount of storage that you get on a floppy disk. That's incredible. Now, the Dynamo Portable is obviously extremely convenient, but at 230 megabytes for $20, the media itself is very affordable. Now, if you've ever looked at an Easy 135 or a zip drive, I can tell you right now the Dynamo is a tremendous value across the board. And another important note, magnetic fields, X-rays will not damage your data, so you don't have to worry about loss when you're going through airports. Again, if you're looking for a high-volume storage solution that is convenient, affordable, and very, very easy to use, check out Fujitsu's Dynamo Portable. You know, there's not a one of us frequent travelers who wouldn't love the opportunity to streamline, to simplify, to take greater control of our travel arrangements. You know how difficult it can be to coordinate your hotel, your airline, even your rental car reservations. Well, fortunately, the folks at United Airlines have been listening to our pleas for assistance and have come up with a wonderful new service called United Connection. Now, United Connection is an online service that allows you to simply, easily, and quickly do just that. With United Connection, you can reserve and purchase travel on 550 different airlines, 200 different hotels, and 50 different rent-a-car companies. Now, in addition to that, you can store in all of your personal preferences in your passenger profile. This is things like your name and your address, all your basic information, but also your flight preferences, your seat and meal preferences, even your frequent flyer number and your credit card info. All of this is designed to expedite, to streamline again, the entire reservation process. Now, one of my favorite features is the Fare Shopper option. Now, with Fare Shopper, you can actually go in and select flights based on fare as opposed to specific schedule. Now, let's say you have a very flexible schedule. You can go at any time. You really want to find the best priced fare available. Well, with Fare Shopper, you can do just that. You simply tell it where you want to go, select that option, and it will find you the lowest cost flights available and give you a schedule accordingly. Now, this is great. As an added bonus, you can get 500 bonus miles on any United Airlines round-trip ticket that you purchase and complete using United Connection. You know, there are very few mobile professionals who aren't using multimedia in some capacity in their daily business routine. In fact, if you're traveling with a notebook computer, odds are multimedia plays some role in your day-to-day business. Well, because of this, Panasonic has created the first ever truly mobile, truly portable quad-speed CD-ROM drive. It's the KXL D745, and it even comes with built-in sound. This product has been designed for mobile computer users who want to upgrade their notebooks for truly high-quality video and sound presentations that can't fit on a floppy disk, which is most. And you can upgrade at a very, very modest cost. The entire system operates on 6 AA batteries, which will provide you up to 2 hours of data performance and 4 hours of audio. This system is totally compatible with CD-DA, Photo CD multi-session, Video CD, and CDI formats. The player itself also doubles as an audio CD player. Now that means you can listen to some of your favorite audio CDs when you're traveling on the road. It's got built-in speakers which offer optimum sound via a 16-bit 44 hertz stereo digital sound controller, so you've got true quality audio performance on the CD drive itself. Now the software itself comes with a mixer, an audio clip library, even a talking clock and calendar. In addition, it's got a stopwatch timer, even a talking appointment reminder to let you know when you've got an event coming up. You know, if you've bought a CD-ROM lately or surfed the internet, you know graphics are becoming more and more sophisticated. Well, if you want to take full advantage of these hot new graphics on your PC, I highly recommend you check out graphics accelerators. Now, these are boards that are installed into your computers that allow you to get either more color or more speed. Now, here's a board from Diamond System that will give you an improved performance in both categories.
3D is hot. It's the next wave in personal computer graphics. 3D gives you lots of benefits. For example, great gameplay with performance that goes beyond next-generation 32-bit video game systems. Diamond Edge 3D offers two kinds of 3D acceleration: traditional polygon-based acceleration for flat surfaces and a special curved surface acceleration that makes round objects like tires look rounder and spin faster. The Diamond Edge 3D is a multifunction subsystem for your personal computer. In addition to 3D acceleration, it works on traditional graphics in all applications, plus it provides digital video, MPEG, CD quality, wavetable audio, and two Sega Saturn compatible controller ports so two people can play a game at once on the PC.
Now, this is great. It really is just like playing an arcade game right on your PC. Now, it's also very easy to install, quick to get up and running, because it uses all the latest technology. Check it out.
Diamond Edge 3D runs under Windows 95. Makes it easy to install because of plug and play, which is part of Windows 95, as well as it giving you better DOS compatibility, so your DOS games install easier and run faster under Windows 95. And we expect to see lots of 3D games become available under Windows 95 in the next 6 months.
So we've always pushed the hardware to the limits of its capability. Having a technology like the Diamond Edge card is going to mean that we can do even more than we've done in the past and make our games even more exciting, even more realistic, much more exciting experiences than we've ever been able to do before. And that's a really exciting thing for us.
Diamond Edge 3D comes with great games like NASCAR Racing, Descent, Destination Saturn, and the Sega smash hit Virtua Fighter Remix. In fact, everything runs faster under Windows 95 with the Diamond Edge 3D.
Well, unfortunately, we're about out of time. But you know, as always, if you'd like to get information on anything that I covered on the show, or maybe you've got a good story idea, a new product, or a new technology that you'd like to see me address here on the Computer Man Show, get a hold of me quite simply at the hottest website going, www.bunting.com. Now, you can leave me show suggestions, you can leave me comments, questions, anything at all, by checking out the hottest site on the World Wide Web. Well, until next time, this is Mark Bunting, your Computer Man. I'll see you.
Olean is a very popular drink for the hot season in Thailand. Imagine walking on the street of Bangkok, 35 degrees Celsius at noon, and sweating. You would be dying for a glass of cold drink. Wherever you go, you stop by in the restaurant, you have your lunch, and you have a glass of Olean as your drink. And it's just so refreshing.
You're watching the Learning Channel.